All right, welcome everybody to this Edmodo edition of our KCSD Online PD. Today we'll be looking at Edmodo quizzes and polls. If you've not already done so, you'll want to join the Edmodo training group, and that group code is B6ZZOU. So all you have to do is click on over on the left, click on join, type in that group code B6ZZOU, and you will be part of the group. We're going to look at polling and quizzing today with Edmodo. It's a very powerful tool. There's subtle differences between the two. We'll start with polls. All you have to do is select poll. It looks like it does nothing. It actually fooled me when I did this with secondary folks. But when you click on poll, you'll click in the box that says question, and you'll type your question. We'll just ask a simple poll: was today a good day for you? Yes, no. And we'll add an answer input in between. Or how about okay day? We'll make that okay day. Now we have two options here. We can send this now or we can schedule it. So if we hit schedule, we can click on the calendar, choose a day. We can choose any day we want, so you can work ahead and schedule the post, and this works with any Edmodo post now. Choose the time. You can choose what time it goes out, so if you want it to go out at 11 a.m., you can have it go out at 11 a.m. We're just going to cancel, come back. The other thing you want to do is make sure that the group that you select is the group that you want it to go to. So if this were blank, so if we wanted it to go to the Edmodo training group, we would just start typing Edmodo, and you'll see your groups come up, and you just click on that group. Let's say you want to send it to an individual person. So if I wanted to send this to Jenny Miller Horn, who just walked past me, I'd start typing Jenny Miller, and there she is. I can send it to her. If I change my mind, I can click on the X and get rid of it. So what I'm going to do now is send this, and you will see it show up where you can now vote on it. So if you are part of the group, and I'll do a refresh and see if anybody got in. Some of you may have already been in the group. But you can go ahead. You should see that show up, and you should be able to vote yes, no, or okay day. So we'll give it a minute, see if anybody votes on it. Polls are completely anonymous. You will not know who voted in the poll. More importantly, you won't know who didn't vote in the poll. So that's an anonymous part of this. The only way students can comment is to come down to the bottom and hit reply. Then you will know who put it. You can also tag it. So I could tag this as training. You can always also tag it as webinar. That just makes it easier to search for those posts later on. There are also reactions. So right now there's no reactions to this. Reactions are something new that I'm still playing with to see exactly how it works and what its use is. So I will stop at this time to see if there's any questions on polls. Okay, I'm not seeing any in the group. Let's see if there's any on TitanPad. All right, quizzes are a completely different beast. Quizzes are, you will know who submitted these and who didn't. You have two options here: create a quiz or load a previously saved quiz. I'm just going to click on load a previously saved quiz. So any quiz that you've already created in Edmodo will show up on load a previously created quiz. So it will save your quizzes. You have the option of clicking on the quiz. These are really old, so it's not. Actually, it's got errors in it. You can delete them, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. Those were probably just from playing around, so you can see that you can easily get rid of them. The other thing you can do is edit them. So if we hit edit, it will load that quiz, and you'll see that I had created a true and false quiz. And that's right here. We can go ahead and rename it. We'll call it the new Edmodo example quiz. It's true and false. It's worth 25 points. You can make that you can make it 1 point if you want. You can change the correct answer, and then you can assign it. You can also preview the quiz, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Here's question number 2, number 3, and number 4. So you can review all the quizzes. And when you're done, you can just save it, or we can assign it. And you'll see that this quiz can now be assigned. However, we're going to hold off on doing that. And we're going to go back to the home button. We're going to actually create a new quiz so that you can see the different options. So we're going to click on Create a Quiz this time, and I'm going to show you the different. You have 5 answer choices, or 5 question choices. You can do multiple choice, true, false, short answer, fill in the blank, or matching. And matching is actually the newest addition to the quizzes in Edmodo. So if we choose multiple choice, what is the capital of Kentucky? And you just type in your answers. Louisville, Frankfurt. We can add responses. Lexington, and we'll do Independence. Now you'll notice A is by default the correct answer. We can take that and change it and set B. Since we know Frankfurt is the capital, we can make B the correct answer by clicking on Set as Correct Answer. Now to add a new question, we're done with this one. All we have to do is hit plus. Gives us question number 2. I will do a true false. Excuse me. Steve Beshear is the governor of, let's make that, is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court as of March 20th, 2013. Now this answer, correct answer, notice is true. We're going to make that false because that's not true. So now we'll hit plus. Let's take a look at a fill in the blank. Use underscores to specify where you would like a blank to appear in the text below. So a bat is a flying. Okay, so notice as I put the spaces in, it gave me a box. So now students will be able to type in mammal. So you're going to type the answer in here, and then we'll hit plus, and then we'll take a look at a matching question. Now matching, the way this works is you type in A, one category, and then in number 1 you put its matching partner. So for mammal we'll put dog, for fish we'll put shark, and for bird we'll put an eagle. So now we can preview this quiz. You'll notice on the matching, the choice organization will be randomized when students see them. If we hit preview, here's our quiz. You'll notice we haven't named it yet. What's the capital of Kentucky? So the kids would answer that. Move on. Steve Beshear. Here's our question. Here's our bat is a flying. Here's our blank. And yes, that will mark it incorrect if they spell mammal incorrect. And excuse me, here is the matching question. So you'll see it did mix things up here. What the students would do is drag and drop. Drag and drop. There we go. Being fickle. Drag and drop. Let's try going the other way. There we go. It's a little tricky. So that's how that would work. You'll notice this quiz has a timer on it. We'll talk about that in a minute. It'll tell them how many questions they've completed. So since we only did that, okay, so now you'll see 4 of the 4 are completed. You could submit the quiz. What we're going to do is end the preview. Here's the time limit, so you can tell them how much time you want them to work on it. Change it, make it whatever you want. You give it a quiz, elementary Edmodo webinar training quiz. So that's all there is to do in the quiz. When we hit assign quiz, this is where you will now, and you noticed this when we did the load a previously saved quiz. You'll pick a due date. So let's say when we give them a couple days to take the quiz. Are we going to add it to our gradebook? If you want it in your gradebook, your Edmodo gradebook, please don't confuse that with Infinite Campus. We would check the box to add it to the gradebook, and then you can send it now or schedule it. So just like the polls, you can schedule the quizzes. So if you don't want it to go out right away, you don't have to. You'll select your group just like we did with the polls, and then you'll send it. So if you are in the group, you should now see the webinar training quiz show up. Now the other piece to that for the kids, and I just noticed today, apparently they released an updated version today, because I noticed some chat on Twitter about things being funny with Edmodo. Kind of figures they would do it on the day I'm doing a webinar. But this no longer is called the calendar, it's called the planner. And you'll see the question mark here. There is a quiz due on Friday, March 22nd, and it's which group it is. So it's showing me everything right now. Coming soon, these are just things from other groups. They now have tasks, so I'm going to have to go in and play with the tasks and see what that does. That may actually address some issues that came up in another meeting. The progress, it no longer says gradebook. It's now called progress. So if we go to the Edmodo training group, you'll see everybody that's part of the group. At least as the teacher, you'll see your entire group. I have a lot of people in here now. But you'll see their grades appear. So you can see the last session I had one person turn in, complete the quiz. Well, actually, I filled that out for him. That person that completed it should be here. But if you want to, you can give it paper pencil and actually manually assign scores. So you just, how many did they get right out of how many questions, basically all it is. It calculates a grade for you. Badges. Track badges earned by this group. For adding a badge, I'm going to add the Smart Notebook badge to all the people in this user. No, I'm not. This isn't a Smart Notebook training. I'm going to. There is an Edmodo training badge. I think that's automatically though. The badges are kind of cool. All I have to do is Edmodo webinar attendee for attending a KCSD Edmodo webinar, and then you just upload an image. And I'm going to go into where I know my icons are, and I have an Edmodo logo, at least I think I do. Oh, I thought I did. Really quick, here's how you take care of that little problem. We will go to Google. And search Edmodo. This is how easy it is to make a badge. Oops, wrong button. We'll save the picture. All you gotta do is, I would just recommend putting it in a file where you know you'll find it. So we'll call this Edmodo. And now we'll upload that image. There it is. Open. I'm not going to share it with other teachers because I'm just making it for the fun of it. And then hit Create Badge. So now you'll see the Edmodo webinar badge, and now I can assign this to this group. So now you'll see everybody in here has that badge. Get off there. So at this point, I'm going to see if there are any questions about the Edmodo quizzes and polls. It's very, very quick and easy to use, not very difficult at all. Very straightforward, much easier than another program that I'm sure you're all aware of. And real quick, I'll check the typepad, see if there's anything there. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions, so I would like to thank you for your time and attention to this webinar. The next one is scheduled for Monday, March 25th, and that will cover SITS student groups, how to use student groups in SITS. And hope to see you there. And thanks for your time, and we'll catch you next time.